Yeah, I think it is being recorded. Okay. So, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. In the previous class, we discussed the morphology. Let us discuss now the syntax. Okay. Apparently, we can understand. Already, I discussed that in this linguistics. There are basic branches or basic areas. There are 4 basic areas we discussed. I mentioned when I begin this topic, linguistics, at the beginning. The first one, yeah, actually this is based on the 4 elements of language. What are the 4 elements of language? Sound, syllable, word, and sentence. These are the 4 basic elements of the language we discussed. I am repeating. Sounds, syllables, word, and sentence. So, these both sound and syllable may come under phonology. Both sound and syllable may come under phonology. We will study them under phonology. And another special branch, that is phonetics, which deals with the production of the sounds and utterance of those sounds. So that is phonological studies. And when we come to the next third element, that is word, that word may be studied under morphology. The word may be studied under morphology. And the next element, that is sentence. Okay, the sentence will be studied under, the same element, sentence, will be studied in 2 branches or in 2 fields, subfields of this linguistics. That is syntax and another one, semantics. Let me clear first these 2. Okay. If you observe, if you take a sentence, then we can find the sentence structure on the one hand and the meaning of that sentence on the other hand. Okay, the sentence structure on the one hand and the sentence meaning on the other hand. Okay, if we are limited to sentence structure, that is syntax, the structural, okay, that's the structural analysis, that is syntax, and the study of the meaning, that is semantics, okay. But here this structure, we will study the structure as a whole, at the same time the constituent parts individually. Even we will study the constituent parts of the structure individually. Okay, both the constituent analysis and the structural analysis. Okay, when we discussed descriptive grammar, I mentioned these 2 points. Okay, the structural analysis and this constituent analysis. Okay, so in this syntax, we are going to know the structural analysis of the sentence as well as the structural analysis of the constituent parts. The structural analysis of the sentence and the structural analysis of those constituent parts, which may be grouped as a sentence. Okay, at the word level, we will analyze the sentence structure, or the phrase we call, not sentence structure, the constituent structure. We may call it as a phrase structure. Okay, at the larger scale, at the broader sense, we may have another analysis, that is structural analysis, the sentence structure, analysis of the sentence structure, right? So, first of all, let me tell you what is this syntax. Okay, you see, when we concentrate on the structures and ordering of the components within a sentence, then we are studying the syntax of a language. Try to understand this point. When we concentrate on the structure and ordering of the components within a sentence, we are studying the syntax of a language. We are studying the syntax of a language. Now let us understand what is this syntax. The word syntax comes originally from Greek and literally means, okay, actually this syntax, that is word extracted from or originated from Greek. The meaning, the literal meaning of that word syntax is putting together. Syntax means in the Greek, okay, from Greek etymology, the syntax means putting together or arrangement. Putting together or arrangement. From this point, we can understand, we can analyze what the syntax is and what we are going to do in this syntactical discussion or discourse. Arrangement or putting together. What do we put together or what do we arrange? That is the question. What do we put together in a sentence or what do we arrange in a sentence? You see, the elements. Okay, the language elements can be put together. The language elements can be put together. Okay, those language elements we can call the constituent parts. The Harendra, mute. Yeah. You see, the constituent elements, we can say the words, which may be grouped in a sentence, into a sentence. The words may be grouped into a sentence. We may put together the words into a sentence. Those elements may participate in this arrangement. So, simply we can't group the sentences. Sorry, we can't group the words into a sentence. For example, there are four words such as Rama, Sita, Lakshmi, and Sujata. Rama, Sita, Lakshmi, and Sujata. By using these four elements, we can't make a sentence. We need a particular structure. Okay, we need a particular structure. We need well-defined words to put together into a sentence. In English language, we have the sentence pattern as subject, verb, and object. Subject, verb, and object. Then based on this point, subject, verb, and object, we can understand that what type of words can be put together, to form a sentence. Okay, there should be a word which is a verb. There should be a word which is a verb. That means there should be one word that should be verb. Okay, in the place of verb, there should be a word which shows that action. That is a verb. We know what are verbs. Okay, talk, walk, go, come, speak, listen. These are all the words which may be considered as verbs. Okay. So in the place of that block, middle block, let us suppose there are three blocks. One is subject, another one verb, and the third one is object. In this middle block, we can insert only the verbs. Then in the first block, what can be considered as subjects? That may be noun or pronoun or noun phrase. Okay, that may be noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase. They only fit that subject, the block, or in the place of that subject, in the place of that subject. In the same manner, adjective or adverb, sometimes noun, may fit the place of the object or in the place of the object. Got this point? So we need the proper words to put together to form a sentence. To form a sentence, all the words and whatever the words we will have, they can't be put together. They can't be put together as a sentence. Okay, those words are classified according to their class, such as noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. They have their own classification of words. Based on that only, we will understand, okay, what type of words can be put together into a sentence. Okay, now see, the word syntax comes from originally comes from Greek, and it means literally putting together or arrangement. What can be arranged now? The words can be arranged. For your kind information, another term I have to introduce, that is phrase. Then tell me, what is the phrase? Respond to me. What is the phrase?
Phrase is a sentence, sir.
Sentence?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me example?
As you have told earlier, we can group up all the words, sir, like subject, verb plus object. That forms a proper phrase, sir, which can be called as sentence.
Okay. Then I have to make a small correction. What you said is class, not phrase.
Okay, sir.
Class, C-L-A-U-S-E, class. So let me clarify what is the difference between class and phrase. Okay, class is a group of words and phrase is a group of words. Okay, but in phrase we do not find the words such as subject and verb as an independent sentence. Okay, they can't frame a sentence. The group of words, what we call as phrase, they can't frame individually, okay, a sentence, but they are ancillary to the sentence, or they are ancillary to the class. Let me tell you example. Okay, the book is in the corner of the room. The book is at the corner of the room. For example, the book is at the corner of the room. The book is at a place. What is that place?
Corner, sir.
Yeah, in the corner. Okay, or at the corner. Okay, that place is corner. Okay, the book is. Okay, then we have to fill something to complete the sentence. Simply we can't say the book is. We need something to fulfill the statement. Then we have now at the corner of the room. At the corner of the room. At the corner of the room. Okay, now let's separate the book is. Let us separate the book is from this statement. Now, what we have, what is the remaining part?
At the corner
At
of the
the
room, sir.
corner of the
Of
room.
the room.
Then what does it mean? What does at the corner of the room? What does it mean?
Is it predicate, sir?
Where the book is, sir.
But it is not a sentence, you know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, at the corner of the room, at the corner of the room, individually or independently can't stand as a sentence. Because if you want to call anything as a sentence, then there should be a subject, there should be a verb, and there should be object. Here there is no subject. This book, there is no verb. Is. We separated this two. We are considering or we are analyzing only at the corner of the room. At the corner of the room. You see, that group of words at the corner of the room. Okay, that phrase, that group of words we call phrase. That group of words we call phrase, because though there is no subject and there is no verb, surely they are sensible. That group of words is sensible. Am I right?
Sir,
Got
I
this
have a
point?
doubt, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
So the book is at the corner of the room. Here is acts as a verb, right, sir?
Yes.
Then how about it, sir?
Okay, that's why I am separating to make you understand what is a phrase. To
Okay,
make
sir.
you understand what is phrase, I am separating the book is aside. I am separating aside. Okay, the book is at the corner of the room. That is a statement, no doubt. It is a sentence which has a clear sense. Okay, what is the basic definition of the word sentence? Sentence is a group of words which have a complete sense. Got this point?
Yes,
If
sir.
that group of words is if that group of words does not have any sense, then it is not a sentence. It is not a sentence. That group of words which is to be called as a sentence should have the sense or a meaning. Okay, now this book is at the corner of the room. This book is at the corner of the room is a sentence because it has a sense. We have a clear idea, we have a clear meaning. But if we separate, if we consider only at the corner of the room, what does it mean? That is my question. Okay.
That doesn't have sense, sir.
Yeah, that doesn't have a complete sense, but it has a sense.
Yes, sir.
If I ask you, where is the corner of the room, then you can point out. You can find out a place. You can find out a place. Okay, ఎక్కడ అంటే అక్కడ అన్నారు అనుకోండి. What does it mean? అక్కడ అంటే సెన్స్ ఉంది, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏ కంప్లీట్ సెన్స్. అక్కడ అంటే ఏం అడిగారు, ముందేం అడిగారు, తర్వాత ఏంటి, అసలు వాట్ ఈస్ ద కనెక్షన్, అది అర్థమైతే కదా. ఓకే, సో ఓకే, I kept a book. I kept linguistics books in the room. If that is my first statement, then you got some sense. I
Yes,
kept
sir.
the book. I kept the linguistics book in the room. If I say that, you got a meaning.
Yes, sir.
But still, you may have a question. Where is it in the room? Where is it in the room? Okay, then my answer may be at the corner of the room. At the corner of the room. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
So, as as we have already discussed one sentence before, then we can understand this sentence, or then we can understand this phrase. You can understand this phrase. Okay, at the corner of the room. But independently, at the corner of the room can't be a sentence. This is my point. Independently, at the corner of the room, without any previous statement or without any previous discussion, if you say at the corner of the room, it is sensible, no doubt at all, but it is not a sentence. It is not
Understood,
a
sir.
sentence. Okay, so
Yes.
the book is at the corner of the room, that is clause. Clause is a group of sentences which has a complete sense. Clause is a group of sentences which has a complete sense. That is okay. Subject which has subject and verb. Subject and verb. In the clause, there should be a proper subject and a proper verb. But in the phrase, we need not to have subject and a verb. Okay, verb in the sense main verb. Okay, so that is the difference between clause and phrase. Clause and phrase. Okay, this clause may be simple clause, compound clause, and complex clause. This clause may be simple clause, compound clause, and complex clause. That's why we have simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. Got this point? Simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence because of this clause. Okay, that simple clause we take as a unit to discuss all the remaining grammatical points. Okay, you see, in tenses, subject plus V1 or V5 plus object, that is a simple present tense. That is simple present tense. Okay, if you study the deep structure, then it is a simple clause. It is a simple clause. That is subject and a proper verb. Okay, now you see, in the place of that subject, again come to the point, arrangement or put together. Arrangement or put together. There, in the place of subject, there may be a noun, there may be a pronoun, but there is another word, that is noun phrase. There may be a noun phrase. Okay, let me tell you one example. The very beautiful girl in the campus is coming. The very beautiful girl in the campus is coming. Now tell me, what is the subject?
The very
The
beautiful girls.
Yeah, the very beautiful girl. Actually, noun should be one word, but here the very beautiful girl in the campus. We have 7 words. We have 7 words as a group, and those 7 words as a group will act as right subject will act as subject. The very beautiful girl in the campus is coming. Is coming is the verb. is coming is the verb. Okay, so the first one, the subject, the very beautiful girl in the campus. These group of words as a subject is called noun phrase. Is called noun phrase, right? So the phrase, let me define the word phrase. Phrase is group of words which has some sense but not a complete sense. Okay, which has sense but not a complete sense. Okay, if it has complete sense, then it is a class. When group of words may have the complete sense, if they have subject and verb, then only it may be a complete sense or a complete meaning. Here in this group of words, we do not find the subject and verb, main verb. That's why we call simply this group of words as phrase. Now, the very beautiful girl in the campus. Sure, but what is the sentence? It is not a complete sentence. If you say the very beautiful girl in the campus, then it is incomplete. Okay, the very beautiful girl in the campus may be replaced with one word. With one word, that is a girl name. For example, Soumya. Instead of Soumya, we can use the very beautiful girl in the campus. The very beautiful girl in the campus, right? That's why in the place of subject we may have noun, pronoun, or noun phrase. Okay, as we have this group of words which has some sense acted as noun. Okay, in other conditions, the same group of words or other group of words which may have some sense be treated as phrase. Those phrases sometimes may act as adjectives. Those phrases sometimes may act as adverbs. Those phrases sometimes may act as verb phrases, may act as verbs. That's why we can separate or we can classify the phrases into noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, and adverb phrase. Okay, even we will have prepositional phrase. Okay, so this all the classification. This is all the classification of noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, okay, verb phrase, okay, prepositional phrase. These are all we study in the grammar. But these are all the result of the syntactical study. Right? So here any type of arrangement in language, any type of put together into a group or into a sentence or into a clause or into a phrase can be studied under the subfield, the syntax. Right? So in the syntax, we may study, okay, the structure of a sentence and the structure of a phrase. The structure of a sentence, or we can say the structure of a clause and the structure of a phrase. Okay, so in our grammar generally we may use, okay, we may use clause as synonym of sentence. We may use clause as a synonym of sentence. Okay, now, so from the definition, okay, from the etymological meaning, that is put together or arrangement, we can study the arrangement of a sentence and the arrangement of a phrase. The arrangement of a sentence and arrangement of a phrase. Okay, so that is definition of the word syntax. Okay, then what is the, this is the origin of the word syntax. Now, what is syntax as a study, as a field, subfield of literature, linguistics? That is, when we study, or we can say, syntax is the study of the structures. Syntax is the study of the structures and ordering of components within a sentence in a language, within a sentence of a language. Okay, syntax is the study of the structure and the ordering of the components within a sentence of a language, That is syntax. That is syntax. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, how these linguists, they analyzed the linguistic components. These syntactic components. Okay, let me share one point. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see this point. John saw the big dog. John saw the big dog. Okay, basically, according to this phrase structure rule, according to the syntactical rule, we will separate the sentence into two parts. We will separate the sentence into two parts. One is noun phrase, another one verb phrase. One is noun phrase, another one verb phrase. This is the broader classification of any sentence. That's why in simple complex compound, we will study subject and predicate. Did you remember that? Subject and predicate. Okay, this noun phrase may act as a subject and the verb phrase may act as predicate. Okay, so here in any sentence we have two parts. One is a noun phrase, another one verb phrase. But actually in tenses, when we study the structures, that is different. We may find subject, verb and object. Okay, actually here verb phrase includes verb and object. Okay, you see this noun phrase. John saw the big dog. Okay, broadly we can separate this into two parts. One is John, another one saw the big dog. Okay, the first one, John, is a subject. It is a subject. Okay, the subject may be a noun or noun phrase. Okay, in this syntactical terminology, let us call it noun phrase. John. Okay, John, noun phrase. Noun. In the place of the John, if you use John the Baptist, then that is also noun phrase. The Baptist, that is his profession. Okay, or that is his designation. Even then, it is a noun phrase. Even simply a noun can be considered under noun phrase. Okay, So if we separate a sentence broadly, then we will find noun phrase John and verb phrase saw the big dog. Saw the big dog. Again this noun phrase, here, sorry, verb phrase here can be separated as, okay, verb and noun phrase. Okay, saw is a verb, the big dog is again noun phrase. The big dog is again noun phrase. We are going into deep. We are going deeply to analyze every word in a sentence. Okay, you see, saw, verb, and the big dog. It is again noun phrase. So what can we find? Okay, under verb phrase, again we found two things. One is verb and again noun phrase. Okay, so in this, the big dog. Okay, what is this word the? That is article.
Article, sir.
Yeah, that the is article. Okay, here this noun phrase again can be separated as article plus noun or noun phrase. Article plus noun phrase. Okay, what is this noun phrase again? Big dog. Then what is big? Again adjective.
Adjective, sir.
Okay, this noun phrase, this another noun phrase within this noun phrase, that is adjective plus noun. Okay, so this noun phrase can be considered, yeah, the formula can be written as here, see, noun phrase. This noun phrase, you see, this noun phrase, the big dog, can be written like this. That is article, adjective, noun. Article, adjective, noun. Okay, that's why we will call the very beautiful, or the beautiful girl. We may call the beautiful girl. We do not use the beautiful the girl. We do not say beautiful the girl. Okay, we say the beautiful girl, we say, because of this order. Okay, adjective, sorry, first article and then adjective and noun. Okay, so these linguists, they made a rule that noun phrase may be ordered as article, adjective and noun. Article plus adjective plus noun. That is the order. That is
Sir?
the, yeah.
I have a doubt here, sir.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
is subject or
Yes.
noun or noun phrase, sir. The big dog is noun phrase, sir. Then how come saw is noun phrase, sir?
Yeah,
When it is
yeah.
verb phrase?
Yes, in the broader sense, okay, first we will separate as a noun phrase and verb phrase. Okay,
Yes, sir.
John, at the broader level, we can separate it as, okay, noun phrase. We can put it under noun phrase. It is not noun phrase.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Understood, sir.
As we put saw the big dog under verb phrase. Okay, we separated saw the big dog under verb phrase. In the same manner, we separated John under noun phrase. Okay, if we could find more words here, then we will analyze them. Okay, John the Baptist, for example. Then we can say it is a totally noun phrase, and within that noun phrase we will separate John as a noun and the as article and the next word as a noun. Okay, proper noun. So here this John as there are no other words other than this John, we kept under noun phrase, but actually it is noun. Got this point? It is noun.
Yes, sir.
But for our classification, we separated and we kept it under noun phrase. Okay.
Then how come saw became noun phrase, sir, when it is verb phrase?
Saw is not noun phrase,
Okay, sir.
verb phrase. Saw
Verb
is,
phrase.
yeah, saw is, yeah. Is it visible?
No, sir. Your screen is not being shared, sir.
Wait. Huh. 1 minute. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You see here. This is the example I am discussing. Could you find my cursor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
John saw the big dog. Okay. So here John noun phrase and saw the big dog, it is verb phrase. Got this point? So
Yes.
under this verb phrase, we separated saw as a verb and the remaining part as a noun phrase. Okay, within this noun phrase,
Understood, sir.
within this noun phrase, we are discussing article, adjective, and noun. Article, adjective, and noun. Okay. So here this is article, adjective, and noun. So this is in this way we can separate. Okay, they generalized, or the scholars, okay, or the linguist, they generalized some rules. Noun phrase may be, in the place of noun phrase, we may have proper noun. PN, here PN means proper noun. Okay, that is John. Sometimes instead of proper noun, we may find in the place of subject, we may find pronoun. That's why noun phrase, under noun phrase we can keep or we can put this pronoun, or we can classify the pronoun, or we can consider the pronoun as noun phrase. Okay, and another rule is article, adjective, and a noun. This combination may be sometimes. This combination may be article, adjective, and a noun. This may be noun phrase. Okay, and furthermore, by considering more ideas, they generalize simply one formula. That is, the noun phrase may be adjective, article plus adjective plus noun as a group. That may be a noun phrase, or pronoun may be a noun phrase, and a proper noun may be a noun phrase. That's why they kept in a set. Okay, what is the whole number set, or what is the natural number set? Okay, natural number set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Likewise, here noun phrase may be a set of proper noun, pronoun, or the combination of adjective, article plus adjective plus noun. This is a set, different. Okay, based on that we can understand. What may be the noun phrase. Okay, so these children, let me show another example. Just wait. Yeah, now we can understand one more point here. Try to understand this point. You see, you see the first example here. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you see, yes means here sentence. A sentence may be the combination of noun phrase and verb phrase. This is the sense here. A sentence may be the combination of noun phrase and verb phrase. And this noun phrase may be the set of proper noun, pronoun, and article plus adjective plus noun. Article plus adjective plus noun. Okay, so verb phrase may be verb plus noun phrase. Verb phrase may be verb plus noun phrase. Okay, let us try to understand these words. Okay, sentence, noun phrase. What is a noun phrase? From the example we discussed earlier, John is a noun phrase.
John the Baptist, sir.
Yeah, John the Baptist, for example. John the Baptist or John, noun phrase. Can be put under noun phrase. Then what is the verb phrase? Saw the big dog. That is verb phrase, not simply saw. Saw the big dog. We are discussing with reference to the example earlier we discussed. Okay, the same example I am trying to explain. Sentence is noun phrase plus verb phrase basically. So what is the noun phrase? John the Baptist. Okay, what is the verb phrase? Saw the big dog.
Saw the big dog, sir.
Yeah, so in this noun phrase, we saw John the Baptist. John the Baptist. Okay, so Baptist, proper noun, or what we call Baptist, that may be common noun, or that related to the profession. Okay, so John, noun, the, okay, article, okay, then Baptist. Okay, or else, or else we can take another example. The good boy. The good boy. Okay, in the place of John, we can write the good boy saw the big dog. The good boy saw the big dog. So the article, good, adjective, and boy, common noun. Then the good boy, that is noun phrase in the subject place, in the place of the subject. Okay, then come to the verb phrase. Saw the big dog. Saw the big dog. In that verb phrase, this is verb phrase. Verb phrase can be separated into verb plus noun phrase. Verb plus noun phrase.
Noun phrase.
So what is the verb here? Saw is the verb. And the big dog, that is again noun phrase. Totally, saw the big dog is noun phrase, verb phrase. In that verb phrase, we can separate verb as a separate part. So, and the remaining part is again noun phrase. The big dog. As a noun phrase can be the set of proper noun or pronoun or article plus adjective plus noun. Again, we can see in this noun phrase, the big dog, we can see the as an article. Okay, big as adjective.
Dog as noun.
Dog as noun. Okay, the big dog, that is again noun phrase.
Yes, a noun phrase, sir.
Again noun phrase. Okay, this is how the linguist, okay, in the syntactical study, okay, in the syntax, they classified the sentence as taking sentence as a unit. They classified sentence as noun phrase plus verb phrase. Noun phrase plus verb phrase. In the grammar, when it was adapted into grammar, the same analysis was adapted into grammar. Okay, in the in the terminology of grammar, we call this noun phrase as subject and verb phrase as predicate. But in syntax, okay, technically we should call it as a noun phrase and verb phrase. Got this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So some more analysis we shall discuss in the next class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Is it comprehensible?
Yes, sir. It's easy to understand, sir.
Yes. Okay. But without this explanation, you can't understand.
Sir,
Okay.
in the
By
exam, should we have
in
to
the-
mention the examples also, sir?
yes. You have to
Okay,
analyze
sir.
the same thing. You have to analyze the same thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So,
Yes, sir. Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day ahead, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you.